Hi folks, I'm Chris Marshall with Woodworkers Journal magazine. Box joints, like those on the corners of this little luminary project, form attractive corners on all sorts of box projects, drawers, and chests. But in order to get these matching pins and slots to fit together, you need to use a jig that can index each and every one of these cuts precisely. And to do that, many woodworkers turn to a shop-made jig that looks something like this. It's a fence that attaches to a miter gauge with a fixed pin in it that sets the position of each and every slot cut away from the saw blade or router bit. Now, if you make these jigs carefully and set them up accurately, they work pretty well. But the downside to a basic version like this is it only cuts one size of box joint. And if you don't make the jig precisely, often the only way to improve its performance is to rebuild it. Here's Rockler's box joint jig. It's made for router table use only, and it consists of this melamine covered platform with a pair of steel bars on the back that fit into a standard 3/8 inch by 3/4 inch miter slot. And this little plastic backer sled rides in slots in the jig base to feed workpieces over the router bit. And instead of using movable pins like other jigs we've seen to set the slot spacing, Rockler's jig comes with these 3 interchangeable aluminum indexing keys. These keys mount in this slot in the jig base with screws, and they allow you to make 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, and 1/2 inch box joints with router bits of matching diameters. Now you should know that this is a smaller jig that's going to be best suited for cutting box joints on smaller boxes and drawers. And it's got a simple to follow 4-page instruction sheet, and that's all you need to get this jig up and running. Once the indexing key and router bit settings are dialed in, Rockler's router table box joint jig is a straightforward and simple solution for making box joints.